Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you guys doing? I'm excited to be back for a live tarot readings for you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, it's been quite interesting too, because we have consistently been talking about Three Eye Atlas and the alignments, and we've been having some really amazing meditations. We had amazing meditations yesterday, and there was a lot of beautiful energy that came through for the collective as well. And I have been getting personally a consistent connection with Lyran energy. And I decided to just pull a few cards and energies for you guys just to see what messages are coming out for you guys tuning in today. And this is quite beautiful. But look at this, you guys. We also have yet the tiger now. And I have had a white line appear a couple nights ago. And now we have this white looking beautiful tiger come out with the vision and also some beautiful energy. So with the vision, you guys, where we're headed, we're going to get into some Q&A and some questions in a few moments. I just wanted to share with you guys some of this energy that's coming in because it's just been like nonstop flooding information recently, and it's really cool. And it's been just really eye-opening. But with that vision, you guys, this is the collective. This is us, you guys, of being able to hold a new reality before it even manifests, right? And the tiger is the sovereignty, but it's also that lunar balance, and we have that moon right in the center of this beautiful tiger as well. So it's like courage being guided by higher sight. So you guys, we have a beautiful energy when it comes to the collective and where we're headed. So doing that inner work and tuning inside is very key, because there is a lot about abundance, victories, and massive breakthroughs. Like, look at that energy, you guys. So it's about leading through love again, and it's remembering, what it feels to like walk without being afraid. Okay, so this is just a beautiful energy that was coming out that I wanted to share, but massive victories and breakthroughs happening in this moment, and just being able to tune into that. I know one of my friends here sent me a video. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I think it's one lady that channels Archangel Raphael, and she was talking about certain visions being activated during these times as well, with like orbs. And I know we often catch a lot of orbs in these videos, so maybe there's some spirits or orbs that want to come through today. We'll see what comes out. But I was meditating the other night, and again, you guys, all of a sudden a spark of light, and this was like, I had my eyes closed, and this was very strong and very prominent. It's about seeing through. It's a big breakthrough with realities and having those visions seen between the realms. So quite a beautiful energy. But with that being said, thank you guys for joining me as always. I just love you guys. I was hoping to get another one live in here before I darted off here. We're going to be heading to Egypt in the next few days. So lots of stuff to get prepared for and ready. But let's see what's going on here and what questions you guys have for today. All right. So hello, Mary and Poppy. Yes, I've missed you guys too. So currently, I am usually trying to do my lives on Friday, like every second Friday, but tomorrow is the 31st. It's quite a beautiful, strong energy. So I'm going to be doing a lot of work with one of my groups and doing a Reiki attunement and working with my energies as well with this alignment happening. So tomorrow I will be offline. But we are here today, so let's see what's going on. I think, Mary, here you had a question about Britain being bonkers from Broken Bonkers Britain. Sorry, guys, tongue twister there. So you wanted to see what the cards had to say with Starmer leaving soon. And again, yes, I have got this. I think I recently looked at this too, and it did show momentum with this, but in kind of the months ahead. I don't know if I've seen this in 2025. Let's see, Spirit, what can you share when it comes to Mary's question with Starmer and the UK? What's the energy of him being removed. What can you share about the next 3 to 6 months? You guys, look at this. He's done. Okay, he's very much done. We have right now in the present moment, we have the 10 of swords. And I mean, I've been saying this for a long time, but I seen the downfall. There's that tower moment of Starmer, and we have justice happening in his energy. When I look at the situation, there is the Hermit card as well. So it does show me that yes, he will be removed here, but this could still be, over the next little while. I don't get an immediate. I mean, with the 10 of swords in the present moment, it feels like he's done. He is done. It's just things playing out with this theater, you guys. Okay, so we have to kind of see what's happening and have things kind of play out in this movie. But there is a huge energy of him being removed and leaving with the Hermit card. Okay, so I see this more happening potentially if it does happen towards the end of this year, or maybe 2026. But I feel like we're still, look at that 5 of Pentacles, that could represent over the next 5 months. But that's a pretty big out in the cold. Let's hope it's sooner, right? But there is justice coming with it over his energy, you guys. So I mean, when we look at politics and the political world, you guys, yes, be aware of what's happening, but try not to get too sucked in and investing those energies into it, because it's going to just create more heavy energy and pull you down. So focus on your inner world, okay? But yes, I still have yet cards representing Starmer leaving, okay? So thanks for your question, lovely lady. All right. Hello, puppy. Let's see. So you're in the relationship here, but so far you're a little uncertain with his intentions, as you don't have a future for marriage, or do you guys have a future for marriage? Okay, let's see what we have for the lovely puppy. What can you share, Spirit, when it comes to the future between you and your person? What does the future look like for you guys? You know what? It does have potential. It really does have potential here. There's going to be, I feel like, a turning moment. I have the Judgment in the outcome, and it's like this turning moment when it comes to like, okay, is this something that's going to move forward in a serious committed relationship? I do have the Hierophant here, and this is a higher level of commitment, okay? So there is a lot of energy to represent, yes, this can move forward, but there's a bit of a guarded energy. This could be in both of you guys. I'm just looking as you guys as together, but this could be more so with his energy, a little bit vulnerable, guarded when it comes to vulnerability, okay? But it has the potential of you using your discernment and your communication. I think your communication is going to be a very big key in this relationship, of course. But that's coming out with the Queen of Swords. So again, sometimes no answer is the answer, right? So again, making sure that somebody's intentions and words really do link up. But I have to say, Poppy, it does have potential, okay? It doesn't show me a doom and gloom. It just shows like a bit of a guarded energy and a recalibration, but it also feels very much, look at this, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. It sounds a little cheesy and woo-woo, but it feels like a faded energy. And when we look at our connections with relationships, they very much have they can be big catalysts for our journey and our momentum, okay? So yes, lovely lady, it does have potential, okay? All right, let's see what we have going on. Hello, Evie. All right, Evie, so you were looking to see here. Could I please let you know what the energy is when it comes to your husband and if he has changed, keeping his promises? All right. Well, let's see, Spirit. What can you share for our lovely Evie when it comes to the energy behind your husband? What can you share? I do see a big transformation happening in his energy because look at this. We have the death card. This is a big transformation, but I have to say there are some temptations here, okay? We have the devil right in the center, okay, lovely lady. So when we look at this, I don't necessarily have like a lot to represent, him. I don't know exactly what promises and the depths of, the challenges your guys's relationship is having, but there is a bit of attempted like a temptation with this energy, okay? That being said, I do think that he has a very strong look at this strong energy. This is about being loyal. This is about structure. This is about routine and just being sometimes a little bit stubborn as well. And but I do think he is working on becoming a I don't want to say becoming a better person, but you know what I mean? He's working on himself on some level, but there's a little bit of that temptation that is happening. So, as I can say too is like, looking again at what I was saying earlier with does your husband's, actions match up with what he is sharing, with his words. Do his words and his actions match up here? I do think he is trying, and there is a lot of transformations happening in his energy, but there's still a bit of a guarded energy. And that's why I feel like you're kind of left guessing or second questioning yourself because it's still a guarded energy. But he is working on turning over a new stone, if we can say that, okay? So I hope that gave you a bit of a perspective, lovely lady, but much love to you guys on your journey. Can I get actually one more card when it comes to the momentum of your guys' connection? Yeah, look at that. So there's like a recalibration. We have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords, which is like a recalibration happening, and that makes sense with that Death card. Okay, so just allowing a little bit of a recalibration to happen here, and you will see more of a truer understandings of where things stand in the very near future here. Okay. Um, all right, so let's see. Hello, lovely lady. Okay, let's see here. So thank you for your guys' donations. I appreciate you. What am I not seeing when it comes to becoming me? Little witchy one, little witchy one. What do we have for little witchy one? What can you share, Spirit, when it comes to the overall energy of what are you not seeing when it comes to becoming you? Okay, so this is one thing that I'm getting to for you, lovely lady, too, is how it like, I don't know, I feel very guided to talk a little bit about your environment. I mean, when we're looking at connecting to our true self, our higher self. The thing is, we have to look at going into the depths of the shadows, okay? It can look scary, look at that devil, right? But the darkness is ultimately where we shine that light and illumination happens, and we strip away these layers. I was getting this kind of interesting message that came in yesterday, and some of it has like left my mind because it was more of like a channeled energy. But I had I had this card of the peacock and the nectar, and the nectar is the elixir of life, right? And if we look at the peacock and its symbolisms too, it can symbolize the death and the rebirth, but it holds its majestic energy, right? And when I seen on the back of my other deck, I also had this energy of the phoenix, right? Rising from the ashes. But the thing is, it's not that we're rising from the ashes. The truth is, we are peeling back the layers of this. Think of it as an onion. You're peeling back the layers of the onion when it comes to really understanding that you're not all these personas that you built up over the years. I mean, when we go way, way back into our childhood, right? This is looking at certain environments or something about environments for you specifically. And it could be you switching your gears and changing the environment that you're in. Because I know for me personally, I grew up in a bit of a toxic environment and I had a lot of dark, heavy energy that just clouded me. And as soon as I left and got out of that environment, my entire energy shifted and changed. Okay. So for you, it feels like you're a little caught in the fog. So being able to have that remembrance that it's coming in, it is coming online for you, but it's showing that you're being a little bit, I feel like, stubborn with going back into the past to look at what it is that's keeping you from not seeing your true essence. Okay. So I hope that is giving you a bit of a perspective, but I do think there's a lot of beautiful energy that is coming online for you. You have this Archangel Michael card coming out, and this is about balance and unity. Okay. And this time right now, you guys, I know I sound like a broken record, but with these planetary alignments, especially with the Three Eye Atlas and these energies, like right now is a very powerful time for certain veils to be lifted. So focus on yourself. And when I say that, go into the subtleness. I know it sounds very vague and probably boring to say focus on breath work, but I'm telling you guys, when you go into your center, and just be. You're just subtle. You just focus on that breath, and that subtleness will bring awareness to things that have been hidden. Okay. So I love you very much. And I'm wishing you all the best on your journey. But you will have these realizations, but you have to stop using distractions because there's a bit of like you're distracting yourself. And another quick thing I can give you as a result or as an example, sorry, I've had, people that I've connected with in this life. I don't so much connect with them now because the energies are just different, but I've seen people that always need to be around others. They just need to be occupied, they need to be working, they need to be doing something because they are too afraid to look at what's within. And you have that devil energy. Okay, so that devil energy with the seven of cups is just showing a distraction. So when you're finding like, okay, you want to kind of go within, like, are you just like, okay, well, I'm just going to doom scroll, or I'm going to go do this in the kitchen, or I'm going to go do that. Like, take a moment and connect, like, catch yourself. When you catch yourself and have awareness to that, then you're going to bring yourself back to your center. Okay. So I hope that made sense. I'm going to give you one more. Sorry, guys. I'm getting to your next question as well. NLNL. I love you lots. I'm going to give you one quick thing as well, because I got an interesting download that came in last night. I was going to share this on my Patreon, but I'm going to share it with you guys. I have consistently seen 808, 808. I'm like, that's kind of an interesting number. I mean, I'm sure we're all familiar with seeing the angel numbers and 111s, etc., right? But I didn't think much of it. I'm like, okay, 808 is there. And then I was meditating and I was okay, no. I was meditating, but I came out of my meditation and I started scrolling online for some reason. And I caught myself, but in that moment of scrolling online, there was a video that came up that was talking about 808. And I was like, what in the world? So it was a cool synchronicity that links some dots. So if you are wanting to, when we look at eight is the biggest number of karma, right? And when we look at zero, that's that void point. And the eight again is entering into a whole new reality. So if you meditate on 808, I got this from my guides, that you can literally shift your I want to say the frequencies of your dimension or your reality that you're in. Okay. So working with 808, either your breath work, you're visualizing 808, maybe you're doodling it. I like to doodle like the infinity signs, which is also 8. And that's where I sometimes have my messages come in. Okay. So with that being said, much love to you and let's keep going. All right. Hi, NLN. You made it. I'm so excited. You know what? I'm not sure what your name is. I'm sorry, but I actually you popped into my mind the other day, so that is kind of a cool synchronicity that you are here today. Let me see what your question is. I don't know if I see your question, my friend. NLNL. Yeah, 808 breath work with the sequence. Also breathing in, I'm getting this is what I did with one of my meditations that I'm releasing tomorrow. But when you breathe in, so breathing in as you count to 8 slowly, it's a slow breath because you're counting to 8, right? And then hold at the top till you get to 11, and then exhale as well for 8. Nostalgia. Oh my goodness, why am I so bad with names, you guys? Um, Nastasia? I'm going to look that up after to see if I can make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But my friend, I don't see your question, my friend. I just see up here it says you made it. Um, if you could please rewrite it, I would appreciate that. Nastasia. 8, 11, 8 breath work. Yes, that's what I was working with the other day that I got from my download, and I've just been getting so much with that 808 frequency. So very interesting. Maybe I'll do a video on it if I get more expansive energy that comes through that. All right. Yeah, maybe your question was removed because I don't see it, but let's see here. I see it now. So you were hoping okay, sorry. There was an X post on 3i Atlas that it was emitting a tone pulse, and it's not going behind the sun as NASA has advised. Okay, let's see, my friend. Nastasia, am I saying that right? Okay, let's see, Spirit. What can you share with 3i Atlas emitting tone-like pulses? From looking into this in the past, I did get an energy of that. I got the sun multiple times, I think, when I was looking, but I get a lot with like downloading solar codes. But again, it's a frequency, it's a tone. So let's see, Spirit. Can you confirm for our lovely friend when it comes to 3i Atlas emitting tone-like pulses? And you said, and just checking to see if it's not going behind the sun. I might pull a few cards on that one separately. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? There is so much, I feel like, information that is being shared about this 3i Atlas, you guys. And again, some of it is use your discernment. Even with my readings, I'm just sharing a perspective. I'm not saying I'm always 100% correct, you guys, so please do tune into your heart. But when I get this is Asia. Sorry. It's pronounced like Asia. Okay. Thank you, lovely lady. When we see this, I love this because we have the 9 of Cups in this energy. And I do see quite a big energy of pulsating codes because let me explain what I get by this. We have Mother Gaia and we also have the Page of Wands, but look at in the background, we have the birds, right? And when we look at the sound of the birds, they emit and they actually connect to the plants, to Mother Gaia. So that's a really cool frequency. And it's like these tones that are coming in and emitting are actually nourishing Mother Earth and Gaia here. They're cutting through the noise, they're cutting through the crap. And that's why, there's been a lot of people talking about, oh my goodness, are we going to have like this random awakening and everybody's going to wake up? And from what I've seen on some level, yes, but not in terms of like everybody, you guys. There's still going to be a lot of people that are getting hung up on these old structures and belief systems. And even if some truth comes right and smack dab in front of their face, they're not going to be open to seeing it. Because again, if you guys look at going down those rabbit holes and like everything in life, I feel like that we've been taught or we thought have been true, it's like all of it has been a lie, right? There's very, very little like actual truth that is broadcasted out there. It's been so distorted by these like empires here. All right. So when we look at this, I do get a lot of energy saying, yes, it's pulsing this energetic energy that is nourishing Mother Earth and Gaia. And I'm getting something very significant about the birds, like the birds' song, their voice, their tone, their frequency actually awakens Mother Earth and Gaia as well. So I have a big yes to that. And look at you guys, look at this. Okay, we have the Earth and we have what looks like Three-Eye Atlas, kind of like the comets coming towards or passing by Earth. So how cool is that synchronicity? This came out the other day when I was using this deck, when I was looking into it as well. And that's an external, look at this. So this is an external, right? And something externally coming in and activating more of a, the cups is a water energy, so activating intuition, activating that memory. And I get a big Atlantis energy from that. Look at that with the dolphins too, you guys. And we have, if you've been following me, or also the meditations with the lovely collective, Source Collective channel, we have done a lot of meditations with the Lumerian and Atlantis codes, masculine and the feminine integrating. And I keep getting that, you guys, like again and again and again. So it's quite beautiful. I'll just pull one or two cards when it comes to the energies of you were saying. Is it going behind the sun as NASA has advised? Is it going behind the sun? Can I get a yes or a no? I think that there's I think that there's a little bit of some misinformation out there, because we also have that tower moment coming up in the middle, okay? So I do think there's a little bit of some misguided information when it comes to some of these facilities or NASA itself. But again, these are still, you know how we just had the King of Cups? Look at the Queen of Cups. And that is also that beautiful Lemurian energy. So this is also in collaborations with balance, you guys. Wow, there's a lot of beautiful energy coming out here. Balance and equilibrium with the collective consciousness. So it may pass, may align with the sun. I'm not extremely familiar with all the alignments. I haven't looked in that in quite great depth, but there's a little bit of a tower moment with some potential misinformation there, okay? But thank you, my friend. I love you so very much. So let's keep going and see what other messages. We've got lots of questions today, you guys. It's lovely. All right, so I'm going to scroll back up and see what else we have going on here for you guys. All right, so we have one from Didar. Could we look to see what the energy is for clearing away financial debts anytime soon? Okay, for your financial debts. So let's see. And when we're looking, you guys, when we're looking at abundance, it's really about looking at our relationship with money, going way back, going deep, doing that inner work, because it is a vibration. And let's see what the cards have to say. What can you share for our lovely friend Jidar saying the momentum of clearing away financial debts? What can you share? What's the momentum for your financial energy? This is beautiful. I have a big yes to this. I have a really big yes to this. You're going to get through this, my friend, okay? Look at this. Eight of Cups is like walking away, putting that in the coffin, and you have two aces in this present moment. There's like activations happening in your energy, okay? And it's kind of interesting to even look at the perspective of like money and you know how we've always been taught, well, most of us have been like, oh, go to school and get a good job. And we're seeing in this day and age so many, let's say, individuals just coming up and doing other whatever it is, social media, having their own services and their own businesses, and they are first of all just raking in the abundance. Like there's so much wealth and abundance, you guys. It is clearly our mindset and our lack that keeps us held back. Okay, so there is like in your energy, there is this moment of like awakening in your energy that does activate. Again, this could be with these alignments within this energy. Now, it may not be necessarily overnight, but I really want to encourage you to, again, act on things that really do excite you when we look at moving forward with that. Because I have seen people do something like, I've said this before, write an ebook on gardening and have become very successful, and that wealth and that abundance flows in. I mean, even for myself, you guys, I have went from working a 9 to 5, being a zombie, pretty much hating life, to completely shifting that in matter of months. Okay, so a lot of this is, yes, mindset, but you can't just think it. You can't just think it and think it's going to happen. Okay, you have to know. It is like this deep knowing, and it's almost like a faith, but I don't say that in a religious sense. It's this realization that you know with every fiber of your being that everything is going to line up for you. All right. And I see this in your energy, and things will line up for you. Okay, my friend. So, yes, there's a lot about home too. So, there could even be an opportunity for you to move, or this is a celebration where you are celebrating a milestone of clearing out that lack and that debt. Okay. A lot of really positive energy for you coming out. Okay. So much love to you on your journey, my friend. I think sometimes too, we think we have this belief system that it has to take so long to do something when, you can really manifest something extremely on an accelerated rate, but it's really about going also within and looking at your internal world, because if there's things that are not lining up inside, it's going to mirror on the outside. And we have to get out of trying to chase monetary things or materialistic things. That's what it is. That's the word I was looking for. Materialistic things to fulfill us, because it's only going to work for a short amount of time. And I was actually just watching this recent video, and this one guy, very wealthy guy, and he's like, when you have all the money in the world, there's nothing left to buy. What's next? It's about power. Then it comes to wanting power. It's like when you realize that, yes, money can help. It can absolutely help get you out of certain situations, and it can be a tool, but money is not going to fulfill any kind of spiritual void within. So, really tuning into saying, like, well, what is it that you want? What is it that's lacking when it comes to yourself, your inner world? Okay, and you can shift that. Peel back the layer of the onions in the belief systems that you had to be something, or put up a mask or a persona. Okay, so anyway, much love to you. I see a lot of really positive energy coming your way. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have going on? Samarjeet Singh was curious of how crypto is going to look by the end of this year. All right, Spirit. I will say, just as I've been studying numerology and Chinese astrology, specifically Bitcoin, I feel like is going to take a big plummet next year in 2026. So again, no financial advice. Please do your own inner research as well. But I don't get a good energy for Bitcoin. And I actually had this impression that came in. This was months ago now, though, and it was specifically Bitcoin. And it was like, I seen the chart. It was a brief second, you guys, and it just took a plummet. And that was a really good synchronicity for me saying, okay, that matches up with numerology as well, looking at Bitcoin specifically. But let's see, Spirit, what can you share for the rest of 2025 when it comes to cryptocurrency? Can we see it go up? Can we see it go down? Let's see. Okay, so crypto as a whole, the outcome. I think we're going to see quite a big acceleration in cryptos that have been sitting like kind of on the back burner. I mean, for me, what I go to again is a lot of like I'm hearing Solana actually, but like XRP and all those the mainstream ones here. I do see them increasing by the end of this year, and we also have the star. So this is a lot of really positive energy. And on the back of the deck is also the Empress, which is growth and guess what? Fertility. So fertility in the cryptocurrency market. So I do see them going up towards the end of this year based off of the current energy. All right. I feel like it's kind of been a little like up, down, up, down. One day we're like, yeah, and the next day it's volatile. That's what it is right now. I do see it leveling out in the years to come because I just seen the Justice on the back of the deck too. But I would say for the end of this year, I do see it going up with that energy. So thank you for your question. All right, let's see. Hello, Carrie. So you were curious, your ex-Nixon, is your ex-Nixon happy that we are no longer in each other's lives? All right, so how is your ex-Nixon doing? What can you share about, is he happy? What can you share about his energy, Spirit? I do have a pretty good energy to say yes. He's doing well. I do feel like he's mingling, he's getting out there, he's hanging out with people. But I mean, there's still a bit of like a wounded warrior energy. Okay. So here's in his energy, we have the Three of Cups. So I do think he's out there enjoying himself, having a good time, but he's still wounded. Okay. And again, if we don't do that inner work, you guys, it's just going to come up again in future relationships because I do see a potential him having a relationship here, but there's still wounds. There's that Seven of Swords because he's not healing them. And, that's a big one too. So when we're looking at this, it's like we just consistently look outside of ourselves for things that are going to fill a void. And it only works for the short amount of time. And then we're back where we first started. So in terms of this, I do think that, there's a good energy with him in this moment where he's, in that state of like enjoying himself, but he's not looking inside his heart to do this inner healing and inner work. So he's going to end up, in kind of a bit of a flux again in the future from what I can see. Okay. So focusing on your inner world and your happiness and your right person will also come along. Okay, my friend, so much love to you. All right. So let's see. We have Infinite Love Light 111. So you recently met a nice guy and you would like to know the momentum. Could this be a beautiful or meaningful relationship or something insignificant? Nothing is insignificant, my friend. We can always gain some form of clarity, even of like of who we are when it comes to relationships, because our relationships are a mirror of us. Okay. So when it comes to this person that you have recently met, what's the momentum moving forward for you guys? It has the potential to be something more secure and stable, okay? We do have the Lovers. This is not insignificant, even if you guys do not end up together for the rest of your lives. This is not insignificant. I have a lot of major arcanas. So this is showing a beautiful connection and a potential and a possibility. And my outcome actually is my higher level of commitment with the Hierophant. So I do think that is quite beautiful, but at the same time, there still is some conflict happening, okay? Again, just doing a general overview here though, but we do have the Five of Wands and the Four of Cups, and this is like a battle, a conflict. Sometimes this is a competition. So this could be somebody that has other options, just like you do. You have other options when it comes to this with the cup. So there's a little bit of an uncertainty or wanting to live in a fantasy land as well. But I do think it has the potential to grow and become a beautiful, connected relationship. I even have, look at this, I even have the Temperance, and the Temperance is one of the best cards. I mean, yes, we have the Lovers and the Ace of Cups, and those are beautiful cards to get when we're looking at relationships. But for me personally, when I get the Temperance, this is a relationship of union, of harmony. And that's ultimately what we want. We want a harmonious connection with that person. And yet again, another major arcana. So, what I will say to you is even if this is something that does not last forever, it does have potential to be even marriage here with this, though it does have that potential. Um, it's not for nothing, okay? You can learn a lot about yourself and your inner world through relationships, okay? So that's what I can share with you at this time. Um, all right, let's see here. Hi, Julia. Good afternoon to you. Thank you, Mary. Yes, it's gonna be fabulous. I'm over the moon to be able to experience Egypt. And you know what else was coming in, you guys, is when I seen that white lion, I'm like, there's so many feline energies coming out. I'm gonna try my best to upload some like YouTube shorts or whatnot when we're over there. I'm hoping to get like a data plan so I can get some form of internet. But when we look at Egypt also in segment, right, that goddess and that feline energy that's been coming out for me, I do think that's connected. So I'm really hoping to have an amazing time. I know it'll be an amazing time, and also get some really awesome downloads for you guys that we can share. It'll be fabulous. All right, so let's see here. We have a question from Sarah. You would like, okay, hello. Will I be in a relationship soon? Okay, I think your question is, will you be in a relationship soon? What do you have for you, Is it you, Sarah? All right, Spirit. What can you share for Sarah when it comes to a relationship coming towards you? There is absolutely potential for a relationship to come in, my friend. We have the Empress right in the center of the spread, and we do have that big king energy, which I love this card. It's stunning. So we have you coming out as the King of Pentacles, and we also have the Empress. So there is potential for someone to come in here, but it looks a little rocky and a little bumpy, to be honest. Just a perspective, you guys, when we're looking at this does not have to be something set in stone. So what I can say too is this is something, I mean, the Empress is also the card of birth and fertility. So just saying too, there is a relationship or a person that comes into your life, just know that could be very fertile. Okay, I'll just say that. There's a little bit of a disappointment of things not working out here, but that doesn't mean there isn't another energy or opportunity coming in, because there is a couple different. We have the Three of Pentacles, and this could represent, a person in the future, but just with this energy, with this Empress coming in, unfortunately, there's something that is a bit of a disappointment with the Nine of Swords, and we also have the Five of Cups, which is a sadness and something not working out. Okay, so again, tuning into your inner world, my friend. Are you where are you, like where are you, why are you looking for that other partner? Like, make sure you're not looking to just fulfill something here, because this is a bit of like winning at all costs and kind of going opposite ways with some of this energy. Okay, so yes, it has potential. Just be, I feel like, a little bit aware, especially with birth and fertility with that Empress here, because it feels like someone is a little bit not truthful with their energy. All right, but much love to you. It doesn't mean that there isn't somebody else better coming in for you, but with this current relationship, it feels a little bit rocky, my friend. All right, so let's see. Yeah, oh, Yusura. Yeah, you bet, my friend. All right, so let's see if we can take a few more for today. Hello, Natalie. Let me scroll back up and see what's going on here. Thank you, Poppy. Little witchy one, you were saying 217 is your number. Oh, 1217. Maybe you're giving me your date, your time. But yeah, even you guys looking at the numerology, like for example, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have like a 1 energy, right? And 1 is all about that masculine. It's about new beginnings. It's seeding new thoughts and new intentions as well. So that's beautiful. Hi, Just Kelly. Greetings to you, my friend. All right, Claudia, I see a message here. You're curious about your Nevada tenants. Will they leave your home in good conditions after they move in January? What can you share for Claudia Spirit when it comes to your tenants leaving your home in January? Will it be good condition, or is there going to be some red flags and things too? I mean, there may be, they may leave a little bit of a mess here. Okay, right now we have kind of the energy of just this is kind of in our head. It's that fear porn energy, like, oh crap, am I gonna like open up my doors and see a complete disaster? Not necessarily, but I do think it's going to take a little bit of work. You know, there could be maybe needing to repaint the walls, etc. But for the most part, I like that we have the Justice, and the Justice is it's a balance, right? And what I will say is, if they do, the only thing with me is I'm really a little bit on the fence, because the back of the deck is the Five of Swords, and this is them just wanting to get out of there. And if they are to leave and not look back at the mess that they left, there is the energy of the court systems, and also taking them to court and making sure that you're not getting stuck with certain damages. I mean, usually there's the damage deposits and stuff, but is that going to cover it? I think there will be some minor stuff to take care of, absolutely. But again, no major tower moments coming out, okay? So a lot of it too, I feel like is a little bit of anxiety building up to like, what are you gonna walk into? But for the most part, it looks like just some minor stuff, okay? All right. All right. So let's see here. Just Kelly. So Just Kelly said that you are doing Intuitive Arts Festival this weekend. Will your business partner and you have fun and have a successful workshop that's profitable. Not sure if that's the right words. Okay, let's see. What's the momentum for just Kelly when it comes to your Intuitive Arts Festival and you guys having success with your workshop? What can you share, Spirit? What is the overall energy for this festival and this weekend? It looks really positive, my friend. There may be a bit of like feeling exhausted afterwards, just because I do have a little bit of that energy. But this is beautiful because first of all, you and your partner have that really nice connection coming out. You guys are really nourishing and moving forward. This that feels like a big inspiration in what you guys have to provide and with your energies with teaching. There's a lot of like teaching and just beautiful. You guys sharing your wisdom and knowledge, so it looks really positive. Page of Cups, Three of Wands. This is expansion as well. I have to say, like, it can absolutely open up doorways for new profitable opportunities as well, because we also have an offer on the back of the deck with the Knight of Cups. Okay. So overall, looks like a lot of amazing positive energy. The only thing is you just might be a little exhausted. You might need a good rest afterwards. Especially I've noticed too, if you're spending if you're very intuitive and you're taking on energies and you're consistently working with groups and crowds, right, you do kind of get that bit of exhaustion. So just protecting your energy, make sure you shield yourself, but having that good intention moving forward. It looks really good. Okay. So yes, I see a very successful weekend with your arts festival, and I do think it has the potential to, look at this, lead to new opportunities when it comes to things in the future as well. Okay, and that could be doing more paid workshops, maybe teaching courses, etc. Absolutely, because the Hierophant's all about the wisdom and knowledge as well. So I'm excited for you, Kelly. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a workshop. All right. Let's see. We have Kessler. What do I see coming your way? All right, that is a generic, like a general question. So let's just pull a few cards. What can we share, Spirit, when it comes to Kessler? What's coming your way, my friend? There's actually some I don't know if you're on the fence about an opportunity here, but this is you sitting on the fence about something. There is, in the situation, I have offers and opportunities that you will be potentially barreling towards over the next little while here, because I have the Knight of Swords, and it is a heart-centered energy. Ooh, look at that. My favorite card. This is my favorite card in the entire deck, you guys. I have no idea why. I just love it. The Eight of Wands. Out of all the cards, the Eight of Wands is one of my favorites. This is showing a fast energy. And with this, I would say over the next, even this could be 8 days to 8 weeks, a new opportunity coming in for you. Okay. It could be a romantic, but it doesn't have to be. This could represent you coming forward with a new offer or opportunity when it comes to career, when it comes to connections with people. Cups is usually that romantic gesture, but it's also, romanticizing yourself when it comes to moving forward with what you're passionate with. So if you're on the fence about something, you will gain clarity and have like full steam ahead moving forward. I would say in the next like 8 days to 8 weeks. Okay. So I hope that gave you a perspective, but it looks like a really positive. Sometimes with the Seven of Cups, we're sometimes a little bit in that fantasy land, but it's also a card of opportunities, and seeing what was aspected after that looks really positive. Okay. So I'm excited for you, my friend. All right. Let's see. Yay! Yes, absolutely, Kelly. You guys are doing child happiness, creativity workshop, and you're planning a 2-week stay holiday starting Monday. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm excited for you. Have fun, okay? It looks like you're gonna have a great time. Oh, light blue. Did I miss your question? Yeah, feel free. Sometimes, you guys, if I miss your question, it's not on purpose. So please just rewrite it down below. Let's see here. All right. So the question I see here is, oh, okay, Venice. You said, is my RT still how? Okay, sorry. Can I know, is my RT still working? RT. Why I'm having a blank on that, my friend. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what can you share for our lovely friend Venice? Venice Collins, can you share, is RT working? I have a yes to this. Knight of Wands is a fast momentum moving forward. Right now, though, it's like it feels like things are recalibrating right now, but the outcome does show the King of Cups and the Six of Wands, which is a victory here. Okay, so it feels like a little bit of like a plateau, or the thought of like walking away. Like, is it still worth investing when it comes to moving forward with this? But I do have pretty good energy to support. It is assisting. And it looks like we have a victory here, a victory also with the chariot. So I have a lot of energy to say yes. And I guess continuing on that path of it. Okay. So pretty big yes, just a bit of a weird plateau in this moment. But I still have a good energy. Let me pull one more card. Can I get one more confirmation for you to continue moving forward with your RT? Is your RT still working? Yeah, there's a like recalibration happening here, sitting on that fence. But look at this. Then it's a good momentum moving forward and stability here as well. So I still have a pretty big yes, it is. Okay. Just a bit of a recalibration at the moment. All right. You're the best. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I love you guys. All right, so let's see. We'll take, I think, one more question here, and then I think we're gonna wrap up for today, you guys. Again, this time is flying by. Um, Natalie. Okay, let's end with your question, Natalie. What is the future love outcome for you and Ahmad? Okay, what can you share? What can you share for our lovely Natalie when it comes to the future for you and Ahmad? Nat and Ahmad. What can you share, Spirit? Hmm. Have you guys like there's like a really big remembrance here. So I'm not sure if you guys have known each other since childhood, or you guys have known each other for a long time. But this could also be that past life energy that comes out here. I have really good energy for you guys, to be honest, like really, really good energy. Okay. We have the chariot as well with the justice. So the justice, I mean, depending on, sometimes we could look at that as like legal and court situations, but I see you guys, if you guys are having a bit of a hiccup, or, a recalibration in your guys' connection, look at this. Six of Wands is a victory, the Sun, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the thing is with the Knight of Pentacles is this is slower moving energy, right? Are you guys married, or have you guys considered getting married? Because I do have the Hierophant out here as well. You guys are dating. Okay. It has a lot of potential. It really does. So even if there's a little bit of pause and a stillness, I have to say I love the energy for you guys, okay? So I mean, moving forward, like you guys, your souls like recognize each other, okay? That's what I get. Like your souls just they just connect, they recognize. Um and a lot of major arcanas here too. So I will say there is a strong possibility of really beautiful energy in the future for you guys, okay? So much love to you and Ahmad moving forward in the future, okay? I have nothing saying that things are gonna, go sideways here. Sometimes there's a little bit of that stillness and the pause when it comes to relationships. And the Four of Swords is that stillness and that pause. But just because there's a stillness, it doesn't mean it's not moving forward. There's still that Two of Wands, which is my portal energy, and that is planting new seeds and just moving forward with a beautiful energy. So again, it does even have potential for a higher level commitment when it comes to that Hierophant and potentially marriage, okay? I love it. All right. So much love to you guys. Venice, you said, when will my hiccups stop soon? Are you I'm assuming you don't mean actual hiccups, but more like hiccups with life. But again, what I want to say to that too is you guys, when we look at our reality, like where we are in this very moment is based off of our thoughts, our intuitions, our actions. So when you start to realize, like, hey, my goodness, I'm here. I'm exactly where I am because of where I put myself, if that makes sense. And when we realize that, you're like, okay, well, I can really create whatever I want. You have to just start to tell a whole new story about yourself. You have to become a new version of yourself. So, a new version of Venice Collins moving forward. So, when it comes to if you're consistently hitting brick walls, sometimes we can look at external things like environments, whatever, astrological alignments, our strengths, our weaknesses. And that's why I love numerology and also looking at the Chinese astrology too, because yeah, there's duality in this life. There's ups, there's downs. We're never gonna always be on the top of our game, but we're never, one thing that's constant is change, right? So if we look at you moving through these hiccups, if you start to see these hiccups as like, okay, I can bring awareness to them and I can use them to my benefit because they're making me stronger. They're letting me have a new awareness of how I want to move through my life and my reality. Then at that point, you start to not see these as hiccups and you're like, wow, they're actually blessings. You know what, you guys, like the biggest, most challenging things that I personally, like, I can't speak for you guys, that I have personally been through, the biggest tower moments were the most life changing. And it was for the better because I'm like, okay, well, we can continue to be a victim and say, poor me, or we can take control of our reality and choose a different outcome by making different choices. So ultimately, it's up to you if you want to move past these hiccups, okay? Let me just pull up a few cards to end here when it comes to Venice Collins and the momentum of roadblocks. Again, maybe you're in a challenging time right now with your alignments and astrologies. So like, for example, I'll give you a quick example. Like I'm born in Year of the Dragon. This is just kind of surface level stuff, but born in Year of the Dragon, my enemy sign's the dog. And I didn't really think much of it my entire life, but we are right now in October, the month of the dog. And I'm telling you, every freaking thing has been like a roadblock. I mean, technology has been consistent glitches, physical health things have like amped up, absolutely everything. And it's like, okay, well, again, that's where you go within. You're like, it doesn't mean that the stars write our so-called destiny, but they're a blueprint of our energy and what we came here to learn and understand. So if I realize, okay, well, instead of consistently trying to swim against the current, right? Pretend you're in the ocean and you're consistently swimming and you're not getting anywhere because there's the current. Look at all this water. You have beautiful cards, by the way. I'll go into those in a minute, but you take a step back. You're like, okay, well, maybe I'm just going to let this current, I'm just going to flow with the current, right? So in that moment of flowing with the current, you go through the motions, and you're not saying, you're surrendering. Okay, I guess that's what I can say. You're surrendering, and you're moving forward with your thoughts and intentions. I wish I can say affirmations are going to solve anything, everything, but they don't. But I do think mindset and reprogramming what our emotions actually represent and mean to us, we can attach a new story to them. Okay, so for you, how I will end this is, you're going through a phase of healing. These will absolutely change for you. Look at this. Look at this. This is new offers and opportunities coming for you. Okay, Collins. And this is a beautiful new start. So you're in a phase of also healing and recalibration right now. So you may not be able to see all the fine little nitty gritties right now, but if you know you're going with the flow in this water, go ride that magical fish instead of trying to swim against the current, and you'll start to see things flow towards you much in different sense. Now, I think one thing I can add too is, so many times I feel like we get down on ourselves, because how many times do we're like, oh, I'm going to start to, just using the example, work out or go to the gym and eat healthier, and then we don't do it, and it's like, haha, see, I told you. That ego comes in, you can't do it, you're not worthy. And what I can say is, take small act, what is the term that I want to say, like, do something small and take action on it, because you start to build up more trust with yourself as well. For example, maybe that's, I'm going to go for a 15-minute walk. Okay, say you're going to do it, and do it. And then when you do it, you're like, wow, you really feel good about yourself because you followed through. So sometimes it's about going in again and rewiring these identities that we've attached to, because we've attached to feeling like we're not good enough, or we have to work so hard to get out of, hiccups. So for you, my friend, you're going through a massive healing, and it looks really positive in the future, but just realigning with your truth is really important. Okay. um, Kelly was saying, yes, indeed, with our energy, our thoughts. If there's one gray cloud in the sky, what do you concentrate on? If it's the gray cloud, you create a storm. If it's a blue sky, the cloud will go away. That's beautiful, Kelly. I love that message that you sent too. And absolutely, you're always going to find duality in this life, right? We're here to experience that. And I mean, really, what you put your thought and your intention, your focus on, is what you're going to bring more and draw more to you, I guess we can say. So it's about really putting that into practice. So with that being said, I love you guys so very much. I might be vanishing for, I guess, a couple weeks after this one, just because I'll be gone. But I'm going to try to do my best to post some fun, maybe Egypt videos on my other YouTube shorts or whatnot. I think that will be cool. So if I can, I will do that. But until next time, I wanted to thank you guys for joining and having this time with me. Hello. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I'm always open to diving into your guys' questions and topics. So if you guys have more questions, feel free to send me an email, and I do my best to get around to doing a video for you guys. But as always, I just adore you guys. You guys are the most amazing souls, and it's an honor to be able to connect with you. So have a wonderful rest of your guys' day. And we'll be in touch. All right. Bye for now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye, guys.